Hey, what is up, guys? Pine Belt Beer Reviews back here again with you today for another one. The one that I have for today is the NOLA Rebirth Pale Ale. Um, One that I've had a few times before, but I don't believe I've ever done a review on here. In fact, I'm sure I've never done a review on here, being that would be kind of awkward to put two of the same ones. Anyway, some just information from the can, a word that inspired, Rebirth, a word that inspired the return of the Crescent City after devastation, being Hurricane Katrina. The Grammy Award-winning brass band that represents New Orleans, and the name of our Citra and Simcoe hopped pale ale. A portion of the profits from this beer goes to the roots of music, empowering New Orleans youth while preserving our musical heritage. So yeah, let's go ahead and crack this one open. And I just spurted beer on the computer. Great. Anyway, yeah. So this one, like I said, I had it a few times. It gets 3.5 on Untapped, and it gets a 85 on Beer Advocate. The bros haven't looked at it yet. That's a pretty good score though, so should be interesting. It's been a little while since I've had it. Excuse me while I try to get a little bit of this beer off of here so it doesn't leak below the keys. I've spilt beer on this computer before, and that did not go so well. So anyway, all good. So with that, it kind of pours about a one-finger head, although I kind of poured it sort of gently. Pretty deep. Again, it's sort of the same color I'm getting in front of my eyes is what you're seeing too on the camera. So yeah, it's just kind of got that really sort of deep, kind of amberish orange color going on. Nice creamy looking head though. So with that, let's go for the aroma on this. Kind of weedy almost. I'm not sure if there's any wheat in it, but it's got of course it has like malts and stuff like that, but it has as well as like sort of a kind of wheat sort of aspect going for it too. And then of course the hops, very bright, very citrusy with those Simcoe and what is the Citra? Yeah, Citra and Simcoe are usually, at least I find, Citra is usually a bit more kind of almost earthy, but at the same time really kind of fruity and bright. If that makes sense, it's got like it has that sort of almost herb-like sort of smell to it, like the Green Flash Citra Session IPA has a lot of Citra in it. Citrus Session IPA, I think I said it right. Anyway, yeah, so it smells pretty good. It smells really, like I said, sweet, bready, malty, bright, and sort of herby with that kind of that really bright citrus note going for it. So let's go ahead and go for the flavor on this. Very malty, but with a good amount of those hops, those bittering hops on the back end. In the middle, you kind of get a decent amount of caramel actually in the middle, which is pretty nice. Overall, pretty smooth. To be honest, it's a I would kind of expect. I think I've had it actually. The first time I had it was on tap, and I remember it being um, a bit more like brighter, a bit more almost lighter. This one has the canned version here that I have. It has a bit more of a smoother kind of thing going with it. Maybe not really sure how long it's been in the can. Best by August 15th. No, February 15th, 2015. So it has been sitting in the can for a little bit, I suppose. But I think that might have mellowed out the flavors a bit and kind of added kind of a different thing going for it now, rather than if it would have been fresher, maybe. I really don't know, but it is very nice, very smooth. Like I said, the caramel in the middle, you got the very kind of bready maltiness on the front, and then at the end you get that sort of just those bitter, herby kind of hops going there. Not very resinous. Yeah, the hops aren't very resinous or anything like that, but It's just like I said, that sort of earthy, sort of hot profile going for it. But very good. The mouthfeel is like I said, at the same time, it's sort of moderately carbonated, kind of a semi-dry finish to it, but mostly towards the wetter side. I mean, it's pretty drinkable. It's at 5% ABV. Not really sure what the IBUs are, or if it says anything about the IBUs. Nah, just 5% ABV, so that makes it pretty drinkable and good. I guess overall, in terms of a pale ale, though, I'll go ahead and give this one A minus. I don't think you can go any lower than that. Probably go just solid A really, but I'm just gonna go ahead and stay with A minus, uh, just because I mean I'm not really sure there's much else wrong I could find with it at all, other than just wanting to stay conservative with it and just stay at, just hold it A minus, which is definitely towards the very like the great side of the scale. So yeah, A minus on this one. Definitely recommend picking it up if you see it. It's got this pretty cool little black can, uh, very kind of New Orleans looking there with all those colors and everything like that. Definitely reminds me of like some of the areas around New Orleans, which is not very far from where I live. So I've been there. I go there quite often, usually for bands and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely recommend just picking it up, see what you think. So with that, until next time, guys, thank you for watching.